you so much for taking my call. I'm very glad that one of the previous callers, brought up the Mueller report, because that underlines what this is really all about. This celebrating the anniversary of what they call an insurrection, which is not an insurrection. I mean, if you just go to the justice.gov website, you can search all of the cases of what they call capital breach cases. If you search the word insurrection, you get 0 results. If you search the word mutiny or sedition, you get 0 results. So what the media keeps repeating over and over and over about there being an insurrection, why would they do that? They're doing it because they know that they can manipulate people based on whatever they put on those television screens. And I will say this, that the next time that Democrats in specific key states, because we will see these key specific states in the 2024 election and in the 2028 election, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, and in Arizona, when Democrats decide that they're not going to follow their state statutes because they want a specific outcome, you will see the same exact push to object to the presidential electors. That's what January 6th was about. It was about objecting to the presidential electors of Joe Biden. And that is what is not being talked about.
Okay. To that point, though, would you say they were trying to interrupt the electoral count process then?
I mean, yeah. Because again, the purpose of January 6th was to confirm presidential electors. I don't care if it was Pence that stopped the count. I don't care if the majority leader McConnell took steps to stop the confirmation of those electors once it arrived in the Senate. The purpose was to stop the confirmation of those electors so that then the Democrats then could cry wolf and could run into the courts and file their legal challenges, and then we can go through the process of finding out whether or not we have to be forced to confirm electors that were not legally obtained in those specific states.
Okay.
Fantastic. Red Republican from Arizona. Okay, Red Republican from Arizona. No, we don't stop the count so that your guy can stay in position when the numbers are as vast as they are. The numbers are as vast as they are because there are that many voting Americans in the United States. The percentage of people who are voting age Americans with all of the other attending necessities in place that don't vote, well, that number still remains significantly elevated. But a significant portion of those that normally do not came out to snatch away the reins of power from the hands of the Red Republican people. Yes, we said no. And then you said, you can't say no to me. And the answer is yes, we can say no to you, Mr. Arizona. No, you may not stop a lawful occurrence from occurring after the courts have not told you that you could. Every court gave you no such legal precedent to do so. You would be behaving outside of the parameters of the U.S. Code. So the answer is no. They get read, people do their jobs, they get read, the inauguration happens, and you keep fighting through the judicial system. Just because you cannot prove your prevarications or find traction for your prevarications doesn't mean we have to wait for you to figure out a better way to push through your prevarication. No, you cannot interrupt the transfer of power from one administration to another of the United States of America to strive to prove your prevarications. No, you cannot stop the transfer of power to check your prevarications. The answer is no. That's why you haven't done it. You had a year. President Biden, the 46th president of the United States, has been the president of the United States of America for a year. Actually, almost completely. An absolute year. Inauguration begins. It begins after inauguration. So almost a year. And there is no court upholding the rule of American U.S. Code that has granted you any said such right. You have not proven your case. Your case, preponderance of non-provability verification of the state of illusion backed by